When someone recently showed your photo to a psychic, what happened next was completely unexpected. The moment she looked at your picture, the atmosphere shifted, her breath caught, her voice softened, and the room fell silent. Those who were present didn't understand what had just happened, but heaven did. The angels were there, and they want you to know that this was not just a random reaction. It was a sacred moment of recognition. It was as if the veil between the physical and spiritual world lifted for a brief second, revealing the true depth of your soul. The psychic didn't just see your face. She saw something eternal shining through you. What she witnessed was not ordinary beauty. It was divine energy. It was the light of someone who has walked through lifetimes, someone carrying a divine mission that is beginning to awaken once again. The silence that filled the room was the stillness that comes right before something powerful begins. Your soul's light spoke louder than any words could. The psychic felt the ancient strength that surrounds you, an energy that belongs not just to this world, but also to realms beyond it. In that moment, she recognized your essence, a soul chosen by divine timing to rise, to heal, and to help others awaken. Even if you've sometimes forgotten who you truly are, heaven never has. The divine has always known your purpose. The photo didn't just show your outer image. It revealed the truth of your spirit and the calling you carry within. The angels want you to understand that this moment was not about being exposed. It was about being remembered. You are not ordinary. You never were. Even in moments when you felt invisible, dismissed, or misunderstood, heaven has been watching over your story. Every heartbreak, every silent struggle, every rejection, none of it was wasted. Each one shaped your soul, refining you through fire, not to destroy you, but to remind you of your strength. You've carried pain, betrayal, and exhaustion, but you've also carried wisdom, endurance, and faith. Those experiences have been carving you into clarity, preparing you for the chapter that is now unfolding. You are a soul who has walked through many lifetimes collecting wisdom. You were never meant to blend in or follow the crowd. You were meant to rise, to be different, to lead with quiet power, and to bring light to places that have forgotten what light feels like. When the psychic saw your photo, she wasn't just looking at a person. She was sensing the energy of someone standing right on the edge of transformation. She felt your awakening. She felt the presence of your ancestors around you. She heard heaven whisper, "This soul is ready." The angels know your journey has not been easy. They know how many times you have doubted your worth, how often you silenced your voice just to keep peace, and how deeply you've longed for understanding. You've carried burdens alone that others could not see, and yet you kept going. You gave stability to others even when your own heart felt tired. But now, everything is changing. That moment when your photo was shown was not a coincidence. It was divine timing. It was a signal from the universe calling you into remembrance. You are being asked to rise again, not out of reaction, but out of truth. You are returning to the self you were always meant to be. This new chapter brings clarity, healing, and power. The heaviness you've carried is beginning to lift. Confusion is turning into purpose. The pain that once felt meaningless is being transformed into wisdom. Your soul is awakening to what it already knows, that you are chosen, guided, and loved beyond measure. Judgment is not punishment. It is awakening. Every challenge you've faced has been a mirror, showing you how strong your spirit truly is. You are being invited to step out of the stories others wrote about you and to live from your own truth. You are not here to live in shame or to prove your worth. You are here to live with purpose and to remember that your story was never a mistake. It was preparation. That psychic silence was not confusion. It was reverence. It was the sound of truth rising. Your energy carried a message that touched everyone in that room. It said, "It's time. Time to embrace your higher self, to speak from your heart, to walk forward in faith instead of fear, and to see yourself the way heaven does, with love, grace, and deep compassion." The angels are proud of you. They've seen you endure quietly, keep faith when it made no sense, and still lead with kindness despite pain. They've watched you forgive people who didn't understand you, love when you had every reason to close your heart, and stay gentle in a world that tried to harden you. For that, heaven honors you. The angels are now blessing every wound, healing every scar, and breathing life into the dreams you thought were lost. You are not just awakening. You are being reborn. Let go of what no longer serves you. The guilt, the comparisons, the fear. You were never meant to follow others' paths. You were meant to lead in your own divine timing, guided by your unique voice and light. That moment when your image was seen was heaven's way of confirming your purpose. It doesn't matter who understands it now. What matters is that the divine does. You are being called home to yourself. You are being called into a life that honors your soul completely. From this moment on, divine help surrounds you. You are not meant to carry everything alone. What felt like delays were actually protection. What felt like loss was redirection. Your power has always been within you. Now it's time for it to rise. Walk forward in faith. Dear child, the silence in that room was sacred. It was heaven's acknowledgement of who you truly are. A healer, a light bearer, a warrior of compassion, a soul now standing at the threshold of your highest purpose. The angels walk beside you, guiding you with every step. But there is more to this message. The psychic didn't just see light. She felt strength. She felt the deep, grounded energy of someone who has carried immense responsibility in silence. The aura she sensed was not just radiant. It was powerful, stable, and deeply rooted. It was the energy of a protector, a builder, and a leader. Someone born to bring order out of chaos and peace where there is conflict. You have always been this way, even before you understood it. People naturally turn to you for support. They lean on you without even realizing it because your spirit gives them comfort. You've often been the calm in others' storms, the one holding everything together. The angels want you to know that they've seen your quiet sacrifices. They've seen the nights you stayed strong for others when you needed someone yourself. They've seen the moments you carried responsibilities that weren't yours because you couldn't bear to let others fall. Heaven has recorded every act of love and patience, and now you are being rewarded for it. What the psychic felt was the divine authority of your soul, a crown earned through perseverance, faith, and integrity. You were born to lead, but not through control, through example. Your presence teaches stability, your actions show faith, and your silence carries wisdom. That's what shook the room that day. People sensed your power before you even spoke. Your calmness carries more influence than noise ever could. The angels are saying your season of quiet building is coming to completion. You have laid strong foundations in every part of your life, emotionally, spiritually, and even financially. You may not have seen immediate results, but the time of harvest is here. You are entering a phase of receiving, not through struggle, but through divine alignment. The blessings that are coming your way are rooted in peace, stability, and truth. Financial growth, recognition, and connections that honor your worth are aligning with you now. What once required your constant effort will begin to flow with ease. You don't need to chase. Your energy already speaks louder than words. Those who are meant for you will understand you without needing explanations. You no longer have to prove anything. Your existence itself is your proof of divine purpose. The angels remind you that the psychic silence was actually a bow of respect. It was the universe acknowledging the strength you carry. You've led quietly for so long. Now heaven is placing a crown on your soul. You are being celebrated not for fame, but for faith. Your walk, your integrity, and your kindness have built a legacy that heaven honors deeply. You are stepping into a time where your leadership will be recognized and used to help others rise as well. The world needs your calm wisdom now more than ever. Stand tall, not with pride, but with remembrance. You were never just a survivor. You were a builder of light. You've been the unseen foundation holding others steady. And now it's your turn to be supported. It's your time to be seen, to rest, and to receive. You are being blessed with peace that no one can take, with power that doesn't come from ego, and with purpose that will sustain you for the rest of your days. But the psychic also saw something else. Movement. The energy surrounding you wasn't still. It was alive, dynamic, and filled with purpose. You are a soul of divine momentum, someone who moves quickly not because of impatience, but because your spirit feels the urgency of divine timing. From a young age, you felt a fire inside you, a need to move, to speak, to create, to reveal truth. You've never been comfortable with silence when the truth needed to be spoken. Even when people told you to slow down, you couldn't, because something higher was guiding you. The angels want you to know that your speed is not a flaw. Your drive is sacred. You are a bringer of change, a messenger who arrives before others are ready, because that's how new beginnings happen. You are the voice that breaks silence, the energy that stirs awakening. And while this path has sometimes made you feel isolated, you have never been alone. Heaven has always been beside you, encouraging you to keep going, even when no one else understood. You are not impulsive. You are inspired. You are not reckless. You are guided. The angels say that your fast movement is part of your divine design. Your soul carries the wisdom of many lives, so you act with knowing even when logic can't explain it. Trust that. Trust your instincts. They are how heaven speaks to you. You have often sensed things long before others do. That is your gift, your inner radar tuned to divine truth. The world is now catching up to your pace. You are entering a time when your clarity and speed will be seen as leadership, not defiance. Your energy will no longer be misunderstood but celebrated. The angels are placing wind beneath your wings, helping you move freely toward the doors that were once closed. You are stepping into realms of influence and opportunities that finally match your vibration. You are being positioned as a voice of truth and courage in a world that desperately needs both. The silence that followed the psychic's reaction was heaven's confirmation. It was the universe saying, "They're ready." Your photo may have opened their eyes, but now your presence will open their hearts. You are a messenger, a mover, a divine warrior whose time has come. Do not doubt yourself. The path ahead is clear, and divine timing is perfectly aligned. Everything that once seemed delayed is now moving in harmony with your purpose. The angels walk beside you now, guiding your every step. You are being led toward a life that reflects your true soul. You are ready to rise, not as the person the world told you to be, but as the soul heaven created you to become. You are light in the dark, truth in confusion, and love in a world that's forgotten how to feel. Every part of your journey has been leading to this moment. So go forward, Dear one, not in fear, but in faith, heaven has spoken. You are chosen, you are guided, and you are finally free to become everything you were always meant to be. Dear child, the angels say you are entering a sacred season of awakening, one where your mind will become one of your greatest gifts, and your insight will turn into your superpower. This is a time when your curiosity will no longer be something to hide or restrain. Instead, it will guide you into realms of knowledge, understanding, and purpose that will illuminate new paths not only for you, but also for those whose lives touch yours. Heaven is preparing you to see more, to know more, and to understand life with a depth that brings peace instead of confusion. You are not meant to stay silent in this lifetime. You are meant to speak, to write, to ask questions that awaken others and open their hearts. You are the wind that refreshes a room that has grown stagnant. You are the voice that brings honesty to places that have become quiet with fear. You are the mirror that helps others see what they have been too afraid to face within themselves. The angels say that your deep curiosity and your endless desire to understand are not signs of rebellion or restlessness. They are signs of divine intelligence awakening in you. Every question that rises within you is a seed of wisdom asking to grow. Your mind is not meant to be restrained by limits. It is meant to wander into the divine unknown and bring light back from what it finds there. Your soul remembers that you came here for truth, not for imitation. So, when others ask you to stay quiet or to accept things that don't feel right, know that your urge to question is a sacred whisper from your higher self. You are not challenging for the sake of chaos. You are seeking because your spirit remembers that real peace can only come from clarity. This is why the angels want you to lean into this gift with courage. Don't silence your voice to make others comfortable. You were not sent here to blend in. You were sent here to wake others up. Your questions, your thoughts, your reflections, they will lead not only you, but many others toward understanding. And the world needs this now more than ever. You are being guided to speak with grace, to write with honesty, and to share your insights not to prove anything, but to awaken hearts. The angels are preparing opportunities and divine connections that will help you express this gift with confidence. They are sending mentors, teachers, and experiences that will feed your mind and strengthen your intuition. The more you follow your curiosity, the more you will discover that it is not leading you away from God. It is leading you closer. When that psychic saw your photo and fell silent, it was not just your face that she saw. It was your energy, a vibration so rare and filled with divine intelligence that it left her speechless. She felt the power of a soul that has walked through lifetimes collecting wisdom. She sensed the presence of someone who carries sacred knowledge, but has kept it hidden beneath layers of protection. What she felt was the mix of deep insight and deep tenderness, a mind that sees everything and a heart that feels everything. In that moment of silence, the psychic wasn't confused. She was reverent. She saw the soul of someone who has learned to build walls around their light, not out of pride or selfishness, but because they once needed protection. You have guarded your truth carefully because your softness was once misunderstood by those who were not ready for it. The angels understand this perfectly. They have watched you through every moment of your quiet strength. They saw the times when you gave your love freely and it was misused, when your kindness was mistaken for weakness, when your truth was ignored or mocked. They saw the little child inside you who learned that sometimes love hurts and trust can be dangerous. And they know that this pain made you close your heart a little tighter each time. But now they whisper to you that those days are over. You are safe enough now to begin loosening that grip. You no longer need to guard your light as if it might be stolen. You are surrounded by divine protection. The people who are coming into your life now will not take from you. They will honor you. They will recognize your heart, your mind, and your spirit for what they are, sacred and rare. The psychic's reaction was more than surprise. It was recognition. She saw the power of a soul that has been preparing for liberation. You have spent so long surviving that you forgot how to simply be free. You have carried the armor of caution, the shield of silence, and the sword of self-control. And now heaven is saying you no longer need to fight. The love that is arriving in your life will not harm you. The experiences that are coming will not break you. You are entering a divine cycle where your energy will be met, not used, where your kindness will be valued, not taken for granted, where your insight will be celebrated, not dismissed. You are moving into alignment with your true vibration, the one that existed before fear, before pain, before you learned to hide. Dear child, the angels ask you to let go, just a little. Let your heart unfold like a flower opening to the sun. You have held yourself together for so long, through storms, through loneliness, through heartbreak. You have been strong for everyone, even when no one was strong for you. You have carried the weight of silence, the weight of patience, the weight of waiting. But now your soul wants to breathe. Let it. It is safe. You are not fragile anymore. You are powerful in your softness. The time has come to believe that it is safe to receive, safe to love, safe to be seen. The angels are gently turning the key that unlocks your heart. And as they do, light is flooding in. This light will not overwhelm you. It will heal you. What the psychic saw was not weakness. It was transformation. She witnessed a spirit standing at the threshold of rebirth. The silence that filled the room was not emptiness. It was the sacred hush that comes before a miracle. Everyone present felt something beyond explanation. The recognition of a soul coming into its divine timing. Heaven itself paused for you. You have been waiting for this for so long. A moment where your truth could finally rise without fear. That time is now. The angels are asking you to trust in the new energy around you. You are no longer the person who once needed to hide to stay safe. You are the person who can now lead others into safety, peace, and understanding. Your journey into solitude was never punishment. It was preparation. You needed time alone to find your voice, to learn how to hear God without interference, to discover that silence is not emptiness, but sacred conversation. The psychic saw this too. She saw the wisdom carved into your soul, the kind that only comes from walking through seasons of stillness. What silenced the room was the realization that your presence speaks even when your mouth doesn't. You have learned to communicate energy, not just words. You carry an aura that others feel before they understand it. It is the quiet power of someone who has chosen reflection over reaction, inner truth over outward approval. That is why people either feel comfort or discomfort around you. Your energy reveals truth wherever it goes. You are not forgotten, dear child. You are deeply remembered by heaven. That moment when your photo was shown was a glimpse for the world to see what the divine has always known. That your light is ancient, refined, and rare. You are a soul that listens for the whisper beneath the chaos. You have chosen paths that made no sense to others because your spirit couldn't fit inside superficial spaces. You have chosen truth over popularity, peace over validation, silence over noise. And though it sometimes felt lonely, it made you who you are. Someone deeply aligned with divine purpose. The angels say your light has matured. The solitude, the waiting, the quiet observation, all of it refined your energy. You are no longer the seeker you once were. You are now the light bearer, the one others seek. What the psychic felt was the vibration of someone who has traveled far, emotionally and spiritually. She saw a soul who has turned pain into peace, who has turned isolation into sacred space. She saw that your energy no longer fits the world's chaos because it was made for higher dimensions of love, truth, and understanding. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to elevate. And now, the world is ready to receive you. The angels are opening doors to divine connections, sacred friendships, and communities where you will be understood without needing to explain yourself. You are being guided toward people who speak your soul's language, those who honor silence as much as speech, those who recognize wisdom in stillness. You will no longer need to shrink yourself to be accepted. Instead, your energy will attract those who value depth, truth, and authenticity. Heaven calls these souls your soul family. They are being guided toward you right now. You are not being asked to abandon your solitude completely. Solitude will always be part of your sacred rhythm. But now, it is time to begin sharing the wisdom that solitude gave you. You are ready to teach, not through lectures, but through presence. You are ready to lead, not through control, but through quiet example. Your calmness is medicine in a world addicted to chaos. Your insight is light in a world confused by illusion. Your presence itself is healing because it reminds others of what peace feels like. This is why the psychic reacted the way she did. She was encountering the energy of someone who carries both heaven's silence and heaven's wisdom. The angels want you to know that the days of being misunderstood are ending. You no longer need to defend your peace. You no longer need to explain why you prefer depth over noise. Everything that once looked like distance was actually divine design. You were never behind. You were simply being aligned. The world needed time to catch up with your frequency. And now, that alignment is happening. You will be seen, heard, and understood, not by everyone, but by the ones who truly matter. Let others wonder how you became who you are. Let them feel the strength of your stillness. You are not here to compete. You are here to illuminate. You are not here to prove yourself. You are here to reveal truth. You are the voice of calm wisdom in a world that has forgotten how to listen. You are not invisible. You are becoming visible at the exact moment heaven intended. The silence that once surrounded you is transforming into sacred space for others to find peace within. What once felt like exile will now feel like elevation. What once felt like loneliness will now become leadership. So walk forward, dear child, with quiet confidence. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where your soul planned to be at this moment in time. The angels walk beside you, whispering peace into your thoughts and courage into your heart. You are stepping into your fullness now, mind, heart, and spirit aligned. You are being seen by heaven, recognized by earth, and celebrated by both realms. Everything you have endured, every silence you have carried, every question you have asked, all of it has led you to this. You are the bridge between wisdom and compassion, between truth and love, between heaven and earth. Your voice, your insight, your gentle strength, they are gifts the world desperately needs. Let them rise. And when you doubt your worth, remember the stillness that filled that room when your photo was shown. That silence was not emptiness. It was reverence. It was heaven acknowledging the divine light you carry. You are cherished. You are protected. You are guided. You are deeply, endlessly loved.